We're on anyway. We are recording. Yeah.
Sweet.
What, did you play golf or what? How'd you go?
Yeah, played this morning.
Cheers, mate.
Played all right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Kombucha.
Thanks for having us.
No worries.
Debut on a podcast, actually. This
Is it?
My first one, yeah.
Maddie, you've been on a couple, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been on a few podcasts. Sorry.
How do you like them?
Yeah, they're not too bad. I like them. They're good.
So what'd you do? Golf?
Played golf
How'd
this
you hit
morning
them?
out of Brookwater. Hit them all right.
Yep.
Hit 33 points.
That's not bad, eh?
Not too bad of a day, yeah. I'm off 15 at the moment. Want to try and get to single figures, so
You're coming down quick.
coming down pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who'd you play with?
Played
Who'd I lay down?
with Scott Boulace, coach,
Yeah.
Darren, physio, and Connor McFadden as well.
Who, Fadgy?
Yep, Fadji, yeah.
What's he off now?
He's off 9.
9,
He's
yeah.
pretty good going. Yeah, he's one of the lowest at the club, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Maddie, what about you? Flynn, get down.
That's all right. All good.
What have you done today? You been training?
Had training this morning. I did an on-court session and then went to the on-court session and then went to the gym.
Yeah.
Did some conditioning on the running field.
Yeah, I saw that. That's good.
Yeah.
You're a pro, eh? You bloody love it.
Yeah, I love training.
Yeah,
I do.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's all you.
good.
Yeah, it's
I
good.
think that's what I do every day.
Yeah. We got Maddy. Is it Rocci?
Yeah.
Rocci
Yeah.
and Full Cream. Tom Fullarton. Thanks for coming on. Anyway, who wants to? How'd you meet? We got a pretty star couple here. Talented
You
couple.
tell them, Tom.
Yeah, so we both met at the AIS, Australian Shooter Sport in Canberra. I moved there when I was 15 years old, which is pretty young age, and then she came there the year after me, which was 2016 maybe.
Yep.
Both still in school. There's sort of not much to do in Canberra when you're living on the AIS, so we sort of just got talking. Both the boys and the girls programs are pretty close because you don't really have many people your age to hang out with. So yeah, we just sort of started hanging out and enjoyed spending time with each other, and
Yep.
then here we are, five years later. So
How long have you been together now? 5 years.
yeah, 5, almost 6.
Who started the old? Like, was it a DM or how did it? How did? Was it?
Tom added me on Snapchat. Actually.
He added you.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a good on Snapchat ad.
We'll start with Maddie. The looks of the relationship.
Yeah.
You're a good-looking fella, but we'll start with Maddie. Tell us about your career, where you started, and where you are now.
Yeah, so I grew up in Werribee, which is I'm from Melbourne. And then obviously I got a scholarship to the AIS. I went through all the junior Australian programs, 17s and 19s. Got to travel a bit of Europe with those, which was pretty cool. And then, yeah, had a scholarship to the Centre of Excellence.
Yep.
Canberra is where I was, and I was there for 2 years. After that, I decided not to go to college and to go down the professional path of WNBL, which
Yep.
was pretty cool. And I had an offer from the University of Canberra Capitals, so I
Yep.
played there for 4 seasons. Won 2 championships. I was a back-to-back
I've seen that.
champion with the Capitals.
How was
It
that?
Pretty cool. Yeah, it was a real surreal feeling. I think the first year I played more of the role of coming off the bench.
Yep.
So I got to watch it all happen, which was pretty cool. And then the second year I started for them and had a pretty big impact on that
Yep.
championship, which was a pretty special feeling. I mean, yeah, I probably couldn't put into words what it
Yeah.
meant to win those championships. But yeah, then from there, I moved to Melbourne to play my 5th WNBL season, which was pretty cool. And then, yeah, now I'm
Who is that with the South?
Southside Flyers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is that at Dandenong?
Yeah, so we play out of Dandenong.
Yeah, Stud Road. I used to play there.
Stud Road, yeah, it's still there.
I remember my team, Narry Jacksonville called. I was so bad though.
Everything is still the same.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
right.
haven't even renovated it.
And how are you guys going? Like, where are you on the ladder, or hasn't started
it's
yet?
finished, so
but where are you sitting?
So last year we finished, I didn't have the greatest season. We had a
Yep.
few bumps in the road, but yeah, we finished 3rd last,
Yep.
which wasn't great. But I've re-signed there for the upcoming season, so I'll go there in October, and hopefully we have a better year.
Yeah.
This year.
How do you guys go? Like, because you obviously have to do long distance and shit.
I'm just a dog whisperer.
Yeah.
Can't get away from me.
Look at Flynn.
Look at him.
Yeah, I guess we've sort of been doing it for a while now. 'Cause,
Yeah.
When I left the AIS, when we were living together, I obviously came back to Brisbane to play basketball. So we've been doing it since then. But I don't know, because we're always training. It goes pretty quick, I guess.
Yeah.
FaceTime calls are probably probably get a bit annoying sometimes. But,
Yeah.
or for me anyway. I don't like them too much, but nah, it's been worth it. So it's good when we get to spend time together.
It's probably harder for you because you've got a dog, Leo. So how does that go? Oh, I've got it down there anyway, but we'll talk about him now.
Yeah, I think that's a really upsetting part is that I have to really leave Leo.
Yeah.
I mean, Tom as well, but
Leo more so.
Leo's definitely, I'm with him 24/7 of the day. So when I come home from training, I'm always like, oh, I got to take Leo out. I got to do this.
Yeah.
He naps with me. He does everything with me. So when I do move, when I was in Canberra and then in Melbourne, I found it really hard. Even though my mum had dogs, she had 2 poodles. They just weren't the same as Leo. So it's much harder with leaving Leo.
100%.
Yeah.
And you got some exciting news with you going to New York.
Yeah, next week.
Yeah, explain that. That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's our final selection camp in New York for the World Cup team in September in Sydney for the Opals, which is pretty cool. There's 15 of us, and they'll make a selection to 12.
12,
so 3 people are going to get cut. After returning to Australia, you'll get a phone call during the next week and be told if you're successful, you're going to play in the World Cup in Australia, or it's the end basically for this campaign.
Yeah, that's exciting though, because you've played how many games for Australia?
I mean, I played my juniors with them.
Yep.
I actually just recently made my Opals debut in Serbia, which was pretty cool. So I haven't played many games for them, but it's going to be a pretty cool experience.
What was that experience like, Serbia?
Yeah, that was cool. Obviously, it was that COVID little bubble we had to do. So we were in a hotel room, didn't really get to go out. We're in Belgrade, which is not the nicest part of Serbia, but we're stuck in a hotel room. But to play my first game and put on an Australian jersey and represent the Opals was a pretty cool.
Yeah, it would have been unreal. Looked good anyway.
Yeah, it was cool.
You would have been on watching streaming?
Yeah, some of the games were pretty
Bad
late.
timing.
Yeah, bad timing, but I did get to see a few. I just lived my basketball career through Maddy now.
Yeah.
She's starting to achieve all the things that I sort of set out to when I was young. So it's pretty cool to just see how she's going now and see how well she's doing. Hopefully get to watch her at Olympics one day or something like that would be pretty cool. It's what I always wanted to do. So if I could at least watch her, that'd be cool.
Yeah. What's the end goal? Do you NBA or WNBA? Do you see that or?
Yeah, look, I would love to go to a training camp just to see and get the experience and see if I could potentially play in the WNBA. But if that's not successful, I just want to go to an Olympics. I want to,
that would be
represent the Opals and everybody at an Olympic stage. Yeah.
And Lauren Jackson, she's making a comeback. We were talking about it the other night. 42 years of age. That's crazy.
Yeah, she.
Talk us through her.
Obviously, I was fangirling a lot when she came to camp. I was like, oh my God, I get to play with Lauren Jackson. But yeah, she's in great shape. She's worked really hard to put herself in the position to come and represent Australia again, and obviously be in that final selection camp. So it was really cool to see. She can still get big buckets.
Yeah.
Some pops, she rolls, she does everything she used to do. So yeah, that was really cool.
What does all that mean? Pops and rolls. I've got no idea.
She can shoot the 3 really well still, and then she rolls in the basket and gets layups. Yeah, she's handy to have definitely.
So you've had have you had much to do with her?
Not really, no.
No.
She's actually, my agent is her agent as well. So hopefully.
Well, you will get to meet her, eh?
I'll 100%. Get to play along with her a bit more. But I met her in camp in Canberra, but that was only for 4 days, so it wasn't the longest camp. But I was still oh my God.
Yeah. Do you know all the girls at the Australian team now? Do you know them all so well? Or
yeah, well, I knew of them because a lot of them we play against in the WNBL. But I had never really met a lot of them. But now I've been with them for a couple of camps now, so it's it's much better to know somebody than to go there and be like, 100%. I know of you, but I've never really spoke to you.
Yeah. No, that's good. Yeah. We'll go to you. Talk us through your career. Hang on, I'll just keep going.
Yeah. Keep talking. Or?
Yeah, keep talking.
Yeah, so my career sort of started out, loved just playing both sports growing up. Played footy and basketball up until I was about 15. And then decided I wanted to go down the basketball route. 15, moved to the AIS in Canberra and really focused on basketball. Got to play under 17, under 19 junior Australian teams, which is a really cool experience. Got to travel the world a bit, go to Europe, go to the States. And when I graduated high school, I was contemplating whether to go to college over in America or go to the NBL, and did 3 visits with my old man. We sort of flew to America and visited Hawaii, St. Mary's, which a fair few Aussie boys go to, and Valparaiso, which is just outside of Chicago.
Where's St. Mary's?
That's sort of on the west coast, just outside of California, I think. Yeah. So sort of weighing up my options, and in the end, I decided to pursue the NBL. Had a few mates, Matt Kenyon, who's playing for Tassie now, and a few other boys chose that pathway, and I thought the current Boomers coach, Andre Lamanis, was the coach at the time as well, so I thought that would be the best option for me. 2 years there, wasn't really enjoying it as much as I thought I would. Always had a dream or intentions of coming back to footy one day, but they sort of happened a lot quicker than what I expected. So
how come you didn't enjoy it? What was going
on? As Maddy would know, it's a bit of a grind, basketball, just the everyday sort of training, putting in the individual work, individuals like strength. It's a big sacrifice.
Because basketball's like all repetition, isn't it?
Yeah,
it
is.
All it is.
Skill workout.
Yeah.
We were talking about this one time. He's like, "Oh, we don't just go there and be like, hey, coach, let's do a skills workout."
Yeah.
And we always have to do them. We do like 3 or 4 a week, but it's just so different AFL.
Yeah.
Like footy is tough, but it's like now it's as much as looking after your body as it is being on the field and training and working on your craft. So basketball is a lot more time on legs, I would say, but footy is like a lot harder on the body, and obviously it's a contact sport, so there's a lot more impact and stuff. But yeah, really, I think it's just coming up to 4 years since I've been on the list now, so it's gone super quick. But yeah, enjoyed every moment. Haven't had any regrets. So yeah,
well, you've bloody going well.
Yeah.
What do you think the difference is between basketball and footy, with just everything? Obviously the repetition and shit, but just with lifestyle, I don't know.
Yeah, like I said, like a lot of sacrifice in basketball, I think, obviously because you're traveling around the world. You don't really get an off season, as Maddy would know. Like she's got to play all year round to make a living. And
Pluto.
When I was playing all year round as well, because I was obviously a rookie in the NBL. Wage isn't that great, so you play your NBL season, training every day, traveling. I wasn't getting any minutes then as well, so I'd play a game, wake up at 6:30 the next morning and train after a game. Wouldn't have many days off at all, and it just took a bit of a toll. Toll on the body. And then footy, like I just love the culture. The boys, like it's just something different about the boys that you're with every day and just playing for one another. It's not an individual sport, basketball, but it can be sometimes. And I just love the footy culture and what everyone's about.
Do you find that with like the individual stuff?
Yeah, I think there's certain teams that like you play in, and there's certain players who obviously play that way. I've been fortunate enough to play in some teams where I've had like really good teammates who were just so locked into to win. You have to play as a team. So I haven't really played with someone that's been super individual, but there's definitely people out there that you play against or sometimes you train with, and they are individual, and it's just like, well, why do we play a team sport? Like basketball is basically 5 people on the court, and you plus your teammates that sit on the bench. And it's like everybody's in for it.
Yeah. Do you follow the NBA?
Not really.
Nah.
I'm not a big. I don't
Do you
really
follow
watch
the
basketball?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like I like footy. Do you watch footy or?
A little.
You'd be more watching basketball probably now, would you? Or not?
Not currently. I was when the finals and stuff were on.
Yeah.
But nah, I'm not a massive sport watcher. Like I actually like really watching golf and stuff like that. Like a lot of other sports that I haven't really played. You love me, don't you?
She's
at the start, she's scared. Now right, sit on
all the kisses.
Pluto, sit down. Lay down. Who's that? Lay down. And how many games you like talk footy?
Oh yeah, footy. I think I'm up to 17 or 18. Not really sure on the exact number, but played a few this year. Obviously, we've got a very good squad at the moment, as you know, which can be hard
Pluto, come here.
Can be hard to break into. But yeah, we're looking to have a hopefully successful year. So we'll see how we go.
How you obviously pretty frustrating as well. You haven't played. You've been what's
as you would know. Just been emergency. I've been emergency probably 6 or 7 times this year, maybe more, and missed a lot of VFL because of that as well. So it's been hard to sort of get some consistent form and still try and put your hand up to play every week, which is a bit frustrating, but that's just how it sort of rolls.
Yeah, and you're another one, like Had Matho, you've probably seen it. Yeah. He's got like such a good attitude like you as well, but it would be fucking frustrating.
Yeah, it is frustrating, but at the end of the day, like everyone on the team's like one of our best mates. So it's not like we resent anyone or don't enjoy going to work. Like we fucking love going in every day and just hanging out with the boys. It's just at the end of the day, our ultimate goal is to be playing AFL, and can be frustrating at sometimes.
Yeah. You're living together. How does that go?
Yeah, good.
There was a question: who's a better cook, or who does cook? Who does the cooking?
We kind of share the cooking a little bit.
Yeah.
I would say I do all the cleaning and the washing, but the cooking we do share because obviously, like, Tom makes the good steak and I just
do everything else. Yeah.
Well, we used to live with Mitch Hinge. Then he moved to Adelaide, obviously, and now we live with Cam Rayner in his house.
Yeah. So you're still there?
Yeah, we're still there.
Oh, cool.
Which has been good. Yeah, he just bought a really nice house in Balmoral. So it's good setup there.
Yep, no, that's good. What's he like? Do you all cook together and shit, or?
We used to. He's got his missus there now as well, so it's sort of like
there's four of you.
Two couples. So now we sort of just do our own thing.
And the dogs get along well.
Yeah, they're fine. They're complete opposites. Like Leo's obviously a border collie, like got so much energy, crazy all the time, loves like just ball obsessed, and Obi just loves to sleep. So
they are complete
staffies.
opposites.
Yeah, they balance each other out.
How do you go? You probably understand, but with like gaming, golf, and that, how do you go as a partner? You probably understand because you're an athlete.
Yeah,
but a lot of girlfriends, it's a fucking touchy thing, eh?
The gaming was a lot when he used to play. Now he hasn't picked it up in a long time, but every night before bed, the golf is always on the TV. So, I mean, it doesn't really bother me. I go to sleep pretty early, but I mean, if I could play golf, I would go and play it, but I can't hit it.
Just get to the range.
Yeah.
No. Hobbies, what do you like to do outside of basketball? You're like professional. That's your full-time gig.
Yeah, full-time. So I like obviously walking. I walk a lot with Leo.
Yeah.
Shopping. Other than that, really not much.
No.
Probably my two favourite things to do.
Yeah.
I'm obviously golf.
Yeah.
Used to be a big gamer. Obviously, Matthew and Robert touched on that. Sort of died off a bit now.
Where did you fit into the
in the rankings?
Yeah. Where do you fit in the rankings, and are you angry like the others?
I used to.
I used to get so
Really?
angry.
I don't reckon I ever played Fortnite with you.
Nah,
you went
I
on
reckon
it.
I sort of
Pluto.
just missed the Fortnite stage.
Pluto, stop.
So cute.
Come here.
I was probably ranked myself top 5 in the COD.
Yeah.
A few boys might disagree with that, but I used to go okay. COD was probably my better game than Fortnite. I wasn't a great Fortnite.
Holidays, off season. You don't get an off season.
Not really. Well, depending on the World Cup this year. Hopefully that's in September, and hopefully after that I have a little bit of a break because then we go straight into.
So you're just all year round. That's fucked.
Yeah. I legit.
How do you go with that? Do you love it, or do you want to break?
It, but at times I would love to go on a holiday. Like I don't think I've really got the opportunity.
Yeah.
We went to Cairns with Jared Berry and his
Yep.
partner, which was really good. Like I was like, oh my god, finally I get to do something. But this year might be a little bit intense. But WNBL is starting later because of the World Cup. So hopefully, if I make it, then after that. But if not, then I'll have a longer break.
Yeah, that's crazy. Far out. What are you doing?
Yeah, my plans at this stage to go to America. Obviously, wait and see what she's doing.
Oh, are you going to do some travelling? You were saying the other night, a bit of travelling in America when you go for the trials. Are you going to do that?
So we're in New York
next
week, and we have a couple of days off. So we have one day off.
Yeah.
And then like training in the mornings and afternoons. So hopefully I just get to see around New York.
Yeah.
That would be.
So you don't get to stay extra after that and travel? Oh, straight back.
Because I'm back here playing in the league in Queensland, that we have one more round to go.
Oh, so that's what you're doing right now.
Yeah,
and what team's that?
I'm playing for the Sunshine Coast.
Sunshine Coast.
Yeah.
And how are you going?
Look, we didn't start great. We're 0-5 to start the season.
Oh, shit.
Rough. But now we're 6-6, which is better. We're sitting 9.
Oh, so you've won a few.
So top 8 make finals.
Yeah.
I'll miss 4 games while I'm gone. But,
so you'll probably lose 4 games. You'll start.
Hopefully
are you
they can win.
Point guard?
Yeah, point guard. Yeah. Hopefully they can win some games and we can sneak into the top 8.
Yeah.
But if not, when I get back, the weekend of the 6th of August will be the last round of the games.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, back to you, off season.
Yeah, plans of going to America.
Yeah.
Obviously, hopefully we go all the way this season and finish up late in September. So no official plans yet, but intentions to go over there and hopefully enjoy some time with the boys.
Yeah.
We initially planned to go there, I reckon, 2020, just before, like the COVID year. That was my 21st birthday, so we had full plans to go there, and COVID sort of ruined all that. So it'd be
because
nice.
were you underage when we went in 19?
Yeah, when you and Keezy and all those boys went, I was only 20, so I thought I'll just wait a year, wait until I turn 21, and then got pushed back. So
there was talk we were trying to do a fake ID setup like Matho did.
yeah,
Did you see that photo of him?
Yeah.
Nothing like him, and it
Nothing
worked
like
everywhere.
Matho's pretty crazy like that though. I wouldn't be game enough to pay to fly over there and not get let in. So
Speaking of hobbies, that Robbo was saying you're a fake car lover. What's the go there?
fake car lover.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm a fake car lover. My dad's like been a mechanic for most of his life, so he loves his old cars. He drives an old F truck around, and then obviously me and Matho are best mates. So I've sort of just grown my love from cars from him and his old man. He's got a shed with heaps of old cars in it. So
Do you head out over there? A fair bit?
we go down there and just talk shit with him and hang out. So
he's a good man, Craig.
he's a great man, Craig. So.
Yeah, he's getting a fucking mention on every episode. He'll love that too.
Yeah, he'll love it.
Yeah. Oh, this is another question. Highlights of your careers to date.
Highlights.
Someone asked that. Wanted to know that.
My basketball highlight would be representing Australia.
Yeah. What under was that?
That was under 17s and 19s.
Yeah.
17s went to Spain. Under 19s, we actually missed out on qualifying for the World Cup, which was in Egypt. We lost to New Zealand. So they do it a bit differently now where it's out of all of Asia, not just Australia and New Zealand, where it used to just be either Oz or New Zealand would go.
Yeah.
So just wearing the green and gold, there's just nothing like it. As Maddy would know, she's done it at the senior level. So, but then probably footy highlight would just be debuting. Still remember it to this day.
When was that? What year?
That was 2020.
Yeah.
First COVID year against St Kilda on the Gabba. It's just like nothing better running out onto the Gabba. Dreamed it as a kid growing up on the sunny coast.
So when you were a kid, like, would you have rather NBA or AFL at the time?
I would have, if you asked me up until I was probably about 14, I would have said AFL. Yeah. And then like when I probably turned 13 or 14, I just like fell in love with basketball. And I would have said NBA.
Why is that?
I don't know. I just had so much fun playing. Yeah. Developed some good mates playing basketball, and then I don't know, just got a bit addicted to it, sort of. Yeah. Like, just love playing it. Obviously the money's better in NBA as well. So.
It'd be not a bad paycheck.
Yeah, it'd be nice just to have gone over there for a few years, made some money, and then come back. So,
do you know any NBA players that you played with?
Not currently. I obviously know some of the Oz boys, like Giddy and that, but never played against them. They're a bit younger than me. Will Magnay, who I was pretty close with, had a 2-way deal with the Pelicans last year. Still keep in contact with him. But no current players. I'm sure there'll be a few more that go through the ranks. So that will play it now that the NBL is sort of getting the recognition it probably deserves. So
and you, like, did you follow NBA or do you know any players?
I know probably not. Probably the same as Tom. Like I know of people, but I don't really know anyone.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Are you able to speak on the Liz stuff, or you don't have to?
I really didn't have anything to do with Liz.
Yeah.
Obviously she was in the squad when I was in the squad, and all that stuff went down. But I personally never had anything to do with her. I'd played against her in the WNBL in the hub. But obviously a lot of the other girls were with her before the Olympics.
Yeah.
That stuff happened against Nigeria. So I mean, each to their own. But I think just it was hard because so many people looked up to her as an Australian basketballer. Like she was in the world of everyone would be like, oh my God, Liz Cambie. So just to see that stuff happen was quite.
Because she was an Australian like star, wasn't she?
Yeah, like everyone looked up to her.
Yeah.
So when all that stuff happened, I think people were like, oh wow, like this is like not good for Australian basketball.
Yeah. Let's talk about your shoes. You and Tom Berry, that collection.
Yeah.
So
you spent $2,000 on fucking Nikes. What the fuck?
Yeah, 2 and a bit. They're a pretty like prestigious shoe, I would say though. Like there's a bit of a shoe culture going on.
Investment, isn't it?
Yeah, apparently. It's an investment.
Yeah.
Like some boys are in Bitcoin, some boys are in houses. Me and Tommy are in shoes, which probably isn't the smartest thing. But our physio as well, he's a massive shoe guy. Probably has like over $100,000 worth of shoes. at his home.
Far out.
Yeah. So I've just bought some Travis Scott mockers, and I've got the fragments as well.
What were they, $5,000 or?
They go for about 3, but we're sort of like trying to bid online and sort of get them cheaper at the moment. So.
What happened with Tommy Berry? Because he bought some and he got sent a fake pair. Is that right? What happened there?
Yeah, so he was trying to trade a few of his shoes for a pair off this guy off a website, and he sent him the shoes before Tommy paid. Yeah. When Tommy got the shoes, he thought they were fake initially, and said, "Nah, you scammed me, mate. Like, this is bullshit." And the bloke, he mustn't have known for sure whether they were real or not, and shit him a bit, and thought that Tommy was going to sort of wreck his business, and just said, "Mate, if you think they're fake, have them." And Tommy got them checked out by like a few sites, and they turned out to be real. So
oh, bullshit!
So I paid $2,000 for the same shoes, and he got them for free.
Oh, the Travis Scott.
Travis Scott's, yeah.
Are you in that? Do you buy those?
I not really, because I am partnered with Under Armour. So
that's like right. Do you want to talk about them? What do they do for you?
Well, I just signed on with them for another 2 years, but I basically get a certain amount of money for the product. So I get to like send them an email and be like, hey, can I get this, and this? Or on Monday I went to Chermside and got to go in the store and just basically
just go nuts.
Whatever I wanted. And
so that's why you like shopping.
Yeah, that's why I like shopping. And then, obviously I have a 50% off code as well, and I just post for them and do all those things.
That's good. Cool. So how long have you been with them for?
This will be, I think, 2 years now coming up. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
But I mean, I never used to wear Under Armour until my agent was like, hey, I've got a sponsorship for you. And I was like, oh, okay, like I'll try out their basketball shoes and see how my feet go. Because obviously I had a stress fracture when I wore Hobbies, so I never wore them again. And then I was like, I'll try them out and see. But they're fine for my feet, and I like enjoy playing in them. So I was like, oh yeah, why not? Yeah. Free shoes, free clothes.
Yeah, 100%. What are you wearing? Footy-wise?
I've always worn Nike.
Yeah.
Like even basketball, just always worn Nike. So I tried a few when I first got to the club, but just sticking with Nike at the moment.
Yeah, 100%. What's it like being best mates with Matho? Let's talk.
Yeah, as you know, he's a different character, but I love him. Like, just not many people would know unless you met him. He'd just do anything for his mates. So generous, like just fun to be around. He's a crazy bloke, but yeah. That's
why I got him on, just so people can really understand what Matho's like. Yeah, he's just so he's a legend.
Yeah, he'd probably be a good co-host for this.
I want him. I wanted him to come. Yeah, he's so good. Him and Twisties.
Oh, Twisties. When's he up next?
I'm trying to fly him up to be on one. Yeah. I want him to be on the if I get Charlie on, he'd be good.
No, he'd be great for that.
What else with shopping? What else do you like to shop for?
I'm more of an online shopper.
Yep.
Sometimes I hate going to the shops, but I'll try Paul Tom, but he never comes. So I'm just like, oh, let's do it online.
Yeah.
More online. Any clothes I see, jackets, coats. Although you don't need many jackets in winter.
Nah.
Now, but it has been a colder winter.
Freezing, yeah.
And I'm like, I need a jacket. So I've been looking for that. So yeah, just the
Beautiful. All right. What else? You probably got some good NBL stories. Because obviously AFL and NBL is totally different. So what are some of the NBL stories?
Yeah, like obviously when I first signed with the Bullets, I was only 18, so I was still young. Torrey Craig, who's in the NBA now actually I don't know who he's playing for at the moment. He's played for a few teams, but he was there when I first got there. Bradley Beal, who has been around the NBL for a while, and it was sort of just eye-opening seeing those sort of guys and how different the American sort of culture is. In my second year, our import, Perrin Buford, was just one of the craziest blokes I've ever seen.
What, like on the piss or?
Nah, not really. So, like when you go away on road trips, you sort of have a roommate, and I got stuck with him on a trip for Cairns, and he loves to have pre-game naps, obviously.
Yeah.
But he didn't want me to be in the room while he was napping. So, so day of the game.
What's he doing in there?
Day of the game, got to about 2:30, whatever in the afternoon. He's like, all right, I'm going to have my pre-game nap now. I was like, yep, no worries. Like, I'll just jump down the road. I reckon I just spent 3 or 4 hours laying by the hotel pool just in the sun waiting for him.
He wouldn't let you in?
Nap. Nah.
You're kidding. That's fucked.
So I've rocked up to the game fucking red raw because I've been sitting there around the pool all day just tanning.
That's a pisser.
But yeah, like some of those road trips and like one day we train at Carina as well, just in Brizzy. And obviously with the rain around here, it can get real humid indoors and stuff. So we've rocked up to train. The floors are a bit slippery, and the boys are just sort of getting taped, ready to get on the court. And he's rolled and he said, "Nah, fuck that. I'm not playing on this court." And just because it was
what was wrong
slippery,
with it? Oh, too slippery.
Too slippery from the uni. He's like, "Nah, fuck that. I'm going home," and just left.
And he was an American, was he?
Yeah, just like an American. I'm not really sure where he was from, but just it was so eye opening to see different. How different they are.
So did he think he was a bit too good?
A little bit, yeah. I think he felt a bit hard done by not to be like in the NBA. Thought he was probably a bit too good for the NBL.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What about some footy stories? Fuck, there's heaps of those.
Oh, there's heaps of those.
What can we?
Every day.
Every day there's a new story, isn't there?
Yeah.
Give us some.
See if I can think of any off the top.
Do you have any NBL or WNBL stories? Well,
Not really. We're pretty calm in the
yeah.
we don't
Low
get into
key.
a lot of-
Do you guys go out much or?
Not really, to be honest. When we played in my Melbourne team last year, we probably went out once.
Yeah.
And it was just a lot of girls. Melbourne's such a big city. People lived like all over the place. Like I was from Werribee to get to the city. It was like an hour, and catching a Uber or whatever at that time at night would be like $400 home. But that's why I was like, no.
Yeah, ridiculous.
But yeah, we didn't really go out much more. Even though it was like a bit of COVID going around, the coaches didn't want us to get it, so we kind of didn't really do. When I was in Canberra, we did go out a bit more.
Surely there's like a little going out thing in New York. Surely you'll be able to go out over there.
Oh, I don't think so.
Really?
Not that I know of. It's pretty. We got our
Pretty
schedule
pro,
set yesterday,
professional?
and we kind of have like 2 trainings a day. We'll be like gym on court, and they go for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
And then I think we have some afternoons off. We have 1 full day off, and then last night's like dinner at the coach's house, and then get on the plane the next day.
Right. Yeah. Talk us through like a day in the life of you, like with
like WNBL.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or both.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to talk about.
WNBL, we normally train, do an individual session with the coach before team training. So I'd get to training around 8, do like 8 till 9 with the coach, like shooting, doing some skill work. And then 10 till 12 would be on court for 2 hours.
Yep.
And then after that, we would do weights, but only like 3 times a week would be weights.
Yep.
I'd be there probably from like 8 till 1:30, and then I'd go back home. So kind of not a long as day as the AFL, but we try and my schedule was a lot different between Canberra and Melbourne. Like the schedules would change. Canberra we would do like indies in the morning and then team training at night, so you have like all the middle of the day off. But I think I'd rather get everything over and done with in the morning and then just have the whole afternoon.
Get it all out of the way. So is weights more legs or just full body?
A little bit of everything, to be honest. I kind of don't really like lifting heavy weights.
Yeah.
I'm more like a circuit F45 person.
Yeah.
So I try and like tell the trainers that, and they do a little bit of it, but during the season they always want you to lift weights so that you don't get injured really.
Yeah. What about like the money side of things? Like how does that go? It's like do you need to work another job or anything like that, or is the money good enough?
Our minimum wage in the WNBL is only $13,000.
You're kidding.
So like it's
and you got to put in all that effort.
Yeah. So even like a development player, I mean, someone who would be the 10th man on the team. I mean, my first 2 years in Canberra, I was on $7,500.
Shit.
So like the pay between men and women in basically basketball is completely different. Like I totally understand we're different people, but just knowing that their salary is so different to ours is kind of disappointing in a way. But it's just the hours that you put in doesn't justify.
So your hours and the men's are pretty much the same?
Pretty much,
and you get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's stiff, isn't it?
Yeah. But like they're working towards putting the minimum salary up, but like it started at 7.5, and then before that, people wouldn't even get paid if you were a development player. Like,
so you'd really have to watch your money. Is that where sponsors
definitely.
and shit come in as well?
Yeah, I mean, my year at Southside last year was the first year that I actually got a good paycheck and I don't have to work, which was really good.
Yeah, that's good.
And then my off-season league now obviously isn't as much, but I went to a club where there was more money, so that I do a little bit of coaching on the side, but just having a full-time job would just be too hard.
Yeah.
But people do it.
Like they do,
a lot of the girls would work in the morning before they come to training, and then when they leave, go back to work again. So like they'd work, train, work. Like
And they'd
obviously the money's just not good.
That's probably where you'd find you'd fall out of love with it a bit, wouldn't you? Or?
Yeah, definitely. I think when you get older, like you start to realise that there's more to life than basketball. And I think with me as well, like I did a diploma of sports development. I haven't studied much. I don't really have anything behind me. So I'm kind of working towards what I really want to do after basketball, because obviously it's not going to be there forever and I need something to actually keep earning the money, because it's not going to be enough to last forever. What
do you want to do post basketball?
I'm not really sure. I love working with kids. I did work in childcare, but that was just too
crazy.
full on. I was like, I changed nappies in a row and I was like, this is not for me. And just sitting there and watching, I'm like, I love it.
Yeah.
But I think for me, I want to work in a school and just run like their sports program. Like I'm such a sporty person. Like I just love sport. Like even their athletics carnivals, like, and being around kids, like it's what I enjoy.
Yeah. A lot of teachers, like my cousin's a teacher and my best mate's partner's a teacher, they're all like hating it at the minute. Yeah. There's something going on. Yeah, not really sure. Which is not good.
My mum's a teacher and she said there's a bit of a shortage of teachers out there, so I don't really know what's going on.
I think, apparently like just the workload that they're under, like all the paperwork, it's not just teaching the kids. You get so much more they're adding on.
Behind it,
Yeah. I go walk the dogs past that school up the road there and I'm like, holy shit, that would be nuts taking care of all those kids.
When they were coming out before, I was like, oh my God, there's so many of them.
And you, post footy, what are you thinking?
I'm still trying to find my feet, work out what I want to do. I don't really have any real aspirations as of yet, but I did a business course last year, just a diploma. I think like 8 of us boys started it, maybe 4 finished it.
Yeah.
And I was one of those, which I'm proud of. So I'm still sort of just chipping away.
The business courses are all like the cop out course, isn't it? Let's do a business course.
I said to them, oh my God, you guys are just copying each other's work the whole time.
Just the token course.
What'd you learn from it?
Not much at all. Not much at all. But still just sort of trying to work out what I want to do. On my feet, but
yeah, you'll find someone. You're only young, so
still got plenty.
A lot of footy ahead and whatever. What about COVID? How did you guys go through COVID and shit?
Yeah, well, we had the hubs and stuff in last year, and it was sort of weird just not knowing what was next, sort of thing. Like each day you'd go into the club, not knowing what was going to happen. Basically, I remember 2020 we got brought in, and that was when the whole state was going to lockdown. Just said pack your things, take some gym equipment and go home. Like it was pretty crazy times. And then last year we got stuck in Melbourne a couple times and stuck in Fremantle. Or we went to Freo for a couple of weeks as well, which was good. I didn't mind it. Maddie probably missed me a bit. But
that would have been hard on you.
I just don't like being home alone.
Yeah.
I'm a very scared person. Like scary movies, everything. Like I hate it. Any noise that I hear, I'm like, oh my God, someone's
I'm the same. When I lived here on my own, I was shitting myself.
I get really scared.
Yeah.
But some of the hubs like just created some good memories, and probably like all the teams did it. So I'm sure it brought most teams together. But like just some of the stories, like we got given like $60 a day for food and stuff, like just to order food or order snacks or anything. And me, Matho, and the Berry boys would just abuse it every day. Like just taking turns of shouting Uber Eats. Like every night, me and Matho would order a chocky milk from the IGA and stuff. Like it was good fun. We took our PlayStations as well, so we created like a little gaming sort of setup as well.
You were doing those like trick shots and shit with the basketball as well. That was cool. That was real cool.
Yeah, just sort of like didn't really have to be on your phone or anything like that, because all the boys were there and just sort of had fun. Like it was like going back to school almost. Yeah.
And did you have to do any hubs or?
Yeah, we did one hub. I think it was in 2020 as well. We did Mackay, Cairns and Townsville. So we'd like go between those 3 and hub. I really enjoyed the hub. A lot of people didn't, I think, mainly because they had families, but it was a much shorter season. So I enjoyed it, being in Townsville in the sun. Like we got to go out in the pool every day and play basketball and not have to train.
Yeah, so that's fucking oath. That's good. Yeah. Are your family in Melbourne or?
Yeah. All my family's from Melbourne. So that's basically partly why I signed my WNBL season there. Was if I was going to ever leave Canberra, it was to go home and play in front of them. I hadn't played in front of them for like 6 years.
Yeah. So do they go to every game?
Majority of my home games. Yeah. And obviously there's 2 other Melbourne teams as well. Yeah. So they got to see a fair bit of my games, which was really good.
What are they like? Are they vocal or?
Yeah, my mum is very
Is she?
vocal. She
Your brother,
and one of my brothers, Julian. He loves it. He's probably the number one fan, loudest supporter. Always yelling, but yeah, mum's more vocal than dad. Obviously, I always tell her all the time, "Oh, you have no idea about basketball," but she's just yelling at in the crowd. And yeah, dad is more quiet, but he'll have his say when he has to.
Yeah, yeah. What about yours? Do they get down?
Yeah, if I'm playing, they'll get down to most games.
They probably know last minute, don't they, when
Yeah.
you're playing?
Pretty much.
No one knows when you're playing.
Yeah, even if I'm playing, I'm probably only playing a half. So,
Yeah, yeah.
But nah, they get to most games. Like dad grew up in Brisbane, so he was more rugby league basketball sort of growing up. Mum's from country Victoria, so that's where sort of the AFL side come from. But they couldn't care what I'm playing. They would just love watching me play. Not really that vocal or anything. They let me make my decisions the whole way growing up. They told me what to do or what to play. So I've been pretty lucky with them.
And who do you play golf with? You always go up on a Sunday, don't you, to play golf with someone, or is that just an excuse to?
Nah, I try and play with my dad.
Is it your dad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not a great, and my cousin's a really good golfer as well.
Yeah.
So I try and get up there every now and then and play with him.
How often? How often do you go back home?
I try to at least.
Not enough. Not enough.
Yeah.
Not enough. No.
Not enough.
Mum probably
Come on, Tom.
I'm there more than what you're there.
Yeah, Maddie's been there because she's playing on the sunny coast. She's probably seen my parents more times than me this year, but I do try and get back there as much as possible.
Yeah. And what time of day do you play? Is it always night games or?
Yeah, we normally play at like 5:30 or 6 o'clock on a Saturday. Or
Saturday. Always every Saturday.
We've only played Friday and Saturday games, mainly Saturday. But if we play on a Sunday, it's at like, I'd say sometimes 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock.
I honestly have not played a Sunday game forever.
Yeah.
But we have one when I get back from New York.
Yeah. Oh shit. So you're straight back into a game.
Yeah, I land
Fucking
back
hell.
in Australia on the 4th, and then we have a double header on the 6th and 7th. So we play
Back
two
to
games.
back.
Yeah, we'll play
Holy
this
shit.
Saturday, Sunday.
How do you pull up from a game? Like, do you get sore or?
Pretty good. Lately, I have Achilles tendonitis, so
Yeah.
they haven't been great. But yeah, my body feels pretty good.
Yeah.
We played a doubleheader last weekend. And I was a little bit sore, but nothing that I couldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
What about
Full
you,
recovery.
Cream? What do you like? What's your perfect time slot? What are you doing, Flynn?
Get out.
Yeah, I prefer the Arvo games or like Twilight. 7:50 games or 7:30 games don't really sit too well with me waiting
they're
around all
shocking, aren't
day.
they?
I don't really love having naps during the day as well, but I do game days if we're playing that late. So, I prefer the Arvo slot.
Yeah. What's your nap time if you're having one?
Oh, just whenever I feel tired.
But no, how long do you sleep for?
Oh, like maybe 45 to an hour.
Yeah.
Not too long.
Yeah. Oh, nice. And we'll finish off with, so I'm going to ask everyone, one person you love to hang out with. It can be whatever you want, going out with them or just spending a day, weekend with them.
I would probably love to just play a round of golf with either Justin Thomas or Rory McIlroy. Just one of those. Yeah. I reckon that'd be pretty cool.
They do seem like good blokes. So
yeah, just more good blokes than anything. And just to play golf would be pretty cool.
Is that, So do you watch golf a lot? Or
like I wouldn't say I watch like the professional tournaments a lot, but I watch a lot of like YouTube and stuff like that.
On more how to play?
Or just both, like a lot of vlogs and like I watch the Good Boys, which are like, they do a podcast as well, which I don't mind listening to.
Yeah.
But they pretty much just a group of mates who just film themselves playing golf, doing different challenges and stuff like that.
So when you watch the golfers, are you more like watching to like learn how to play to pick up tips or just
both? Yeah, pick up tips, just more entertainment as well.
I found I learnt more off the girls when they play because they got such a like smooth, slow swing, so you actually see it. Yeah, the male they just fucking whack. Yeah. You can't even see what they're doing. The girls are so smooth.
I purely watch for more entertainment.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I've got like such good knowledge about the game, but I just can't execute it. Yeah. Like I know so much and like what I should be doing, but I just can't quite put it together yet. But I'm sure it'll come. So.
And where do you play at? Brookwater?
Brookwater. Yeah, shout out to Brookwater. They look after us out there. So
you walk or cart?
Nah, too hilly to walk.
Too hilly, yeah.
Go down the hill the other day.
Yeah.
What about off season? Do you still cart?
Depends depends where I'm playing. Like,
Yeah.
I'll always get a cut around Brookwater, but I do enjoy actually walking around. It's good fun.
Yeah. So who was it? Rory McIlroy and
Rory McIlroy or Justin Thomas.
they'd be good to have a few beers with as well. I reckon
Yeah.
they'd have some bloody good stories.
Rory McIlroy is an Irish bloke, so I'm sure he loves it.
Yeah.
He loves the frothy,
Yeah.
probably the Guinness or something like that.
Yeah. And what about you, Maddie?
I'm not really sure. To be honest, maybe Stephen Curry.
Yeah.
I think just following him around for a day to see how he'd go working out,
Yeah.
just everything that he does, I think would be pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Lockie Neal met him, eh?
Yeah, I think on a trip, yeah.
Has he
seems
spoken
like a
about
good
that to
bloke
you?
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. He said he like Stephen Curry was like really down to earth. Like you saw him kicking the Sharon with him and stuff like that. Where Clay and those sort of blokes just gave him absolutely nothing.
Really?
So,
Too good.
yeah,
Yeah.
Seems like Steph's like a really pretty down to earth guy to give him some time.
Yeah. Have you met any like stars, but in the NBA?
I don't think so.
No. No.
Did you meet Novak Djokovic?
Oh, I met Novak.
You met Novak? Yeah. How was he?
Well, it was funny because when we went to Serbia, we weren't allowed to wear like any Australian gear. We had to wear casual clothes because they didn't want. That was when the
was
Novak
straight
stuff
after.
happened at the Australian.
Oh, the
Open.
vaccine stuff.
Yeah, so they're like, oh, like we don't want to be targeted as Australians going over there, so wear casual clothes. Anyway, it was funny. We actually got stuck in Serbia, and they were really rude to us, like the people at the desk, like Australians. They're like, oh, we're not going to let these people on the plane. So we got stuck there for a night, and then the next day we're flying from Serbia to Dubai. And I was like to the girls, oh my God, that's Novak Djokovic. Like, they're like, no, it's not. Like, he's not standing. I was like, it is. Like, he's standing right there. So, yeah, we got to meet him, and it was pretty cool.
And he was a good fella?
He was really lovely. His wife was more to the point, like, oh, like, if you get a photo with him, make sure you're nice to him and you post about him.
Oh,
And I was
really?
like,
That's cool.
okay, yeah, no worries. So we posted a photo. He never followed me back on Instagram.
Dog.
But that's all right. But, yeah, that was really cool and surreal just to see, like, him standing there. And I was
Yeah.
like, sitting right in front of us.
Yeah, 100%. Well, fuck, thanks for coming on. We'll get into some pool. Am I playing both of yous or what? How do you go? Do you play
Well, I'm
pool?
not very good.
Nah,
You
she's
can play
shocking.
Tom.
I'll play Tom. You can
Yeah,
you
I
can
was
take the camera. All right, let's do it.
Yeah, sounds good.
What is it? Spark by Boomer.
Spark.
It's actually not bad. Yeah. Finish it. Yeah, beauty. Fuck, I've got to win this as well.
Yeah, you can't start the podcast. 0-2.
I'll get a one. Oh, fuck.
Pull that over.
I do. I can't wait for this.
You're more of a doubles player though.
Yeah.
It's good.
You're a player, man. I've never seen you play. You to say this week.
This is some sort of game.
Come on.
Come back.
That's a comeback. It's fine. Wow. How did you lose that?
How did I lose that? How many do you reckon
That
that? 5 or
Yeah. Beautiful. Thanks, guys.